Hello, my name is Andrew Briggs, and today we are working on how to learn and perform Piatti's Caprice No. 10, the Allegro deciso. So this caprice is technically challenging as we have a repeated bow stroke throughout as we are navigating all over the cello through different ranges and registers. And what I personally found helpful in my learning of this caprice is how my eyes change position and focus throughout the caprice and how that affected the performance of the caprice overall. So today, let's work on focusing on the activity of the eyes and what we can do to incorporate that into our learning. So before we begin, let's put our bows on our laps and then take our palms out in front of us, allowing a nice soft palm for each hand. And we're going to place the right palm over the right eye, cupping the eye socket without letting any part of the hand to touch the eye. And we are also blocking all external light from the eye socket. And let's take the left hand and do the same thing with the left eye. And go ahead and let your fingers drape over your forehead and overlap on each other. And close your eyes. Begin to take note what is in your field of vision, what colors, shapes, or movements are happening during while you're in this position, and then what amount of darkness is there in your eyes. Are there points in your vision that are more dark than others? And just take note of what those are. Okay, let's go ahead and take our hands away from our eyes, and let's experiment with different ways that our eyes can move. So our eyes can move in a vertical plane where we move our eyes from the forehead to the chin and then chin to forehead. So this is our vertical motion of the eyes. And let's go ahead and take that and combine that with the opening of the caprice. So every down bow, I'm going to move my eyes from my forehead to the chin, and on every up bow, I'll go the same way. So. And a few things to note. Using the eyes a lot and changing their position can sometimes make you feel nauseous or uncomfortable, so just take note how you feel personally and take a break whenever you need to. Another thing is during these exercises, we want to time the movement of the eyes with the movement of the bow so that as you reach the midpoint of the vertical plane, you're reaching the midpoint of your bow stroke. So let's do this again, taking that in mind. But now let's move the eyes from the chin to the forehead on the down bows and the forehead to the chin on the up bows. Okay, and now let's put our bows on our laps again. Take our palms in that same fashion and cover our eye sockets, again without touching the eye sockets and blocking all, not touching the eyes and blocking all external light. Go ahead and take note of what is in your field of vision, what shapes, colors, and movements are going on. Is there dark space? And are there any changes from the first time we checked our vision? So is there more or less movement or more or less darkness? And just take note of what is going on in your vision. And go ahead and hang out in this position as long as you need to become aware. And let's go ahead and move on to the horizontal plane with the eyes. So now let's move our eyes from one side of the room to the next. So maybe we can think of the left ear and then moving our eyes to the right ear. And this will become our horizontal plane. So we can move our eyes with or against the bow in this plane. So let's start off moving the eyes with by moving the eyes from the left ear to the right ear on down bows and the right ear to left ear on up bows. And again, I'm timing the movement of my eyes with the movement of the bow by reaching the midpoint of the horizontal movement with the midpoint of the bow movement. So let's now reverse the motion where the eyes move against the bow. So our eyes will move from right ear to left on the down bow and left ear to right on the up bow. So let's go ahead and put our bows down again. Again, cup our palms and place them over our eye sockets to block all external light. And take note again of the shapes, colors, movements, dark space in your vision. And notice, is there more or less activity and more or less dark space in your vision at this point than the previous 2 times? And take as long as you need to become aware and to notice these changes. And let's go on to our final series of exercises. So we have now moved our eyes in the vertical plane, so up and down, and we've also moved our eyes in the horizontal plane, so left and right, and this creates a cross. And what we want to do is now create a circle with the eyes that inscribes this cross, which then incorporates both horizontal and vertical motion. So I like to think of a clock when I'm moving in a circular motion. And so let's envision a 12 o'clock point at the top of our forehead. Let's think of 3 o'clock at our right ear, a 6 o'clock at our chin, and then 9 o'clock at our left ear. And that will be the outline of our clock. And for our first exercise, I'm going to move my eyes 12 to 6 on every down bow via the 3 o'clock side of the clock. And then on every up bow, I'll move 6 to 12 on also on the 3 o'clock side. So let's try that. Okay, so this is especially challenging for me, and it might be for you too, so just take as much time as you need to and take it as slow as you need to. Let's now try another version. We'll go 12 to 6 on every down bow via the 9 o'clock side, and then 6 to 12 on every up bow via the 9 o'clock side as well. So let's try this version. Okay, and for the final time, let's cup our palms and place them over the eye sockets. And again, notice what is happening in your field of vision. Is there more or less movement, colors, and shapes? And is there more or less dark space in your field of vision at this point? And again, just take as long as you need. And go ahead and experiment with this clock idea with as many combinations as you would like. You can move from 3 to 9 or 9 to 3. You can do full circles, clockwise or counterclockwise. There's a lot of possibilities. And then as you are working on performing the whole caprice, notice where your eyes want to go, and then see if changing the position and focus of the eyes aids or inhibits different parts of your caprice. So thank you so much.